9:30 open, we dropped into the 5 minute order block, 5 minute breaker block, sorry. So as soon as we drop into it, I start to leave it, I went long in there. So let's get a little more detail. Alright. So this is for my students, and this is for your journals, what you should do during days that are what April non-farm period days. One is, do not trade it. That's one, because you most likely get sloppy price action. That's one thing. And two, the price action will most likely fail on you, so you shouldn't even be trying to press buttons on this day. Most likely I will advise you to do what? Avoid days like this. So but you can use this for your studies and also go back to other non-farm period days and like do more studies. So now I'm watching that inversion fair value gap. I want to see it do what? Take us higher and not do what? And not walk lower from there. Because as soon as the 9:30 open, we drop down. So everybody sees that as what? A sell. So that inversion fair value gap, everybody sees that as what? A sell side imbalance, a buy side inefficiency. So we entered into that, and most people will be like, let's go short inside that inversion level right there. And they start to do what? They place their stops above what? Those two eyes right there, which they will call it what? A double top. So they feel like that is what? Resistance. They feel like that's resistance, and they want what? Lower prices from there. But since one, I'm aligning a higher time frame bias with a lower time frame trade, which is one, we hit the 5 minute breaker, so most likely we are looking for what? Higher prices. And also we have that double top, which retail sees as what? Retail sees it as what? Selling opportunity. And also we all have the new day opening gap. I forgot to draw it out just right at that double top right there. So that is a very strong draw on liquidity, and we most likely get what? Tapped into, because everybody sees that as what? Resistance area, and what? We should walk lower from here. But I see it as what? We are going to do what? Run over it with what? Distance and speed. Because one, I'm aligning what? My higher time frame bias with what? My lower time frame trades, and I'm seeing what? A new day opening gap resting just above that double top right there. So I want speed to the upside there. So I marked out the other block. I want to see us use the other block to do what? Walk higher from here. So everyone sees this market right now, and they see that, oh, we have a what? A sell side, a buy side imbalance. No, a sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. So they feel like this is a short right here. Everybody says, oh, look at how the bodies are expecting the inversion fair value gap, so we are going to walk lower from here. But no, they don't see what's happening on the higher time frame. They are just stuck inside their 1 minute chart. So most likely they are gonna get wrecked, thinking we are gonna start pulling lower right now. So you can see we have the 5 minute breaker. 5 minute breaker right there. $9.30 do what? Drop into it, and also you can see those smooth highs up there. It's way too smooth, way too smooth. So whenever we have smooth highs like that, you should expect what? Price to draw towards those areas of smooth highs, which is also London. It's a pre-market. So like I said, everybody kept on adding more positions for shorts, thinking, that's strong resistance. You see, we can't even make a new high. So it's what? Strong resistance. More people went short one more time, added more positions. But I see this as what? A high probability long. So now I'm marking out those double top, which retail sees as what? Strong resistance. So I want to see them what? Run against retail. IM. Very moment you can start to do what? Align your higher time frame with your lower time frame. You are already close to what? Being profitable, because as soon as you know what's occurring on the higher time frame, and you align that with your and you align that with your lower time frame, you start to spot easy, clean setups for your trades. And right there, that's the main threshold. You can see price has been what? We're even failing to do what? Close below or even drop towards the main threshold of the other block. So all that to me is what? Is really bullish. So I'm watching that main threshold, and I'm seeing us failing to do what? Even drop towards main threshold. So that is really light to me. So, and that's a nice piece of information to have that also tells me what? I'm really what? On side on this trade, and most likely my stop is not gonna get hit. I didn't really like my stop because it was 18 handles. I actually wanted like at lowest 15 handles stops, but I was just widening the stops and putting it just below the breaker, since 9:30 just opened, and I would like price to do its thing, because I know it's gonna head to the upside. So I don't want it to wick down once more and just return back up and take me out of the trade. So I'm putting that risk. I'm avoiding that kind of risk. So I'm setting my stops at a reasonable place and at a acceptable risk for me. So yeah, that's it. And also for this inversion fair value gap, I can see how the bodies do what? They are staying inside of that. Yeah, way too smooth. You can see that triple top also. What the retail see about that? They see it as what strong resistance. That now we're about to do what? Move lower from here. So same thing, the way they saw that as what strong resistance up there. So that's the same thing they are seeing here also as another strong resistance, which I would like for price to start running against them now. And I can see, look at the bodies, we're expecting that candle, that inversion fair value gap. So I like that kind of price action. So I like that. So anyone who went short inside this inversion fair value gap right now, you already got taken out right there, because their stops is most likely where at that double top. So you know, just like clockwork, read this every day. There you go, there you go, just like clockwork. So now we have our first presented fair value gap.
I close my eyes, dream of the sun. The highway takes me from a place where I wasn't born. No parents left for me, no family there for me to see. Sometimes you realize the place where you belong. I close my eyes, remember a time you ran around the backyard blowing dandelions. The years have flown and you've all grown. This place we live in has become our home. I close my eyes, think of my youth, the bands I played in and the things that I got up to. My heart was lost the moment I held each of you. You are my thoughts, my living proof. There's no point in throwing that away. The grass is always greener, they say. I got 1,004 reasons to stay in my Melbourne home. There's no point in throwing that away. The grass is always greener, they say. I got 1,004 reasons to remain in my Melbourne home. I close my eyes, dream of a future, boyfriends, marriages, grandkids to hold. Birthdays, holidays, Easter and Christmas, celebrate them all when you come home. There's no point in throwing that away. I'll fight for your rights to stay. This big house is more than just our home. It's our retreat, it's our comfort zone. Families in these bricks and mortar, and I'll protect it for my daughters. You'll never be alone in our Melbourne home. In our Melbourne home we live in our Melbourne home. In our Melbourne home we live in our Melbourne home. In our Melbourne home we live in our Melbourne home. In our Melbourne home we live in our Melbourne home. In our Melbourne home.
Robbing the banks before they even open at what? 10, 12.